Okay, so here we are at one of the technical schools with the priest in charge, Father Charles. This is the front, and as we continue with this small little video, Father Charles will explain several important facts about this school, boarding school for boys. This is the entrance gate where there's a porter here part-time to let people in and out, but there are no porters at all in the evening time, so these young boys are free on their own. Okay, so this is the administrative offices of the principal, Father Charles, and the vice principal, and all the staff people here. And let us go ask Father Charles a few questions about the school. So, Father Charles, what's the name of the school?
The name of the school is Ebonyi Technical College, Afikpo.
Okay. And how many students, boys, do you have here?
We have about 929 students.
929 students, wow. And what are the age ranges for these boys?
The age range is between 9 and 18. 9 and 18.
9 and 18. And so that covers what grade level?
We have junior grade level, senior grade level, JSS 1 to 3, and then SS1 to SS3, senior secondary. That one is junior secondary, and that one is senior secondary.
So basically the child could be here for a full 6 years.
Yeah, 6 years.
And what courses are taught here? It looks like there's some sort of technical school as well?
Yeah, it is basically a technical school, but we also do other courses. We do chemistry, we do physics, we do biology, we do other courses which other grammar school do.
So this prepares them for the university too?
Sure.
Besides a trade?
Sure.
Very good. And what would be the cost in Naira for 1 year of tuition and board for these children? Because this is a board and school.
Okay, it costs about 5,000 naira per year per annum for an academic year. Each student spends 5,000 naira, at least basically.
And for 1 year's time, that would be about 24,000 Naira?
Yeah.
All right. And the children start their classes. What time does school start?
They begin class at 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock in the morning, and they go to study till how late?
They'll be there for 12 midday. They come out for break. 12:30 they go in for another section, which is around 1:45.
All right. So we're going to take a little view here of the different classrooms, and we'll get right back to you. So these are the steps leading up to this building. It has different labs, computer labs, and other kind of labs. So let's go inside to see what a computer lab looks like. So we're inside the computer lab here, but as you can see, there is only one computer. So this is a typical classroom, and they still use the chalkboard in their computer lab. Okay. So here's our agriculture lab. You know, so important because this area primarily is for farmers. And so, of course, the young boys are taught a lot about farms. And so this is their table. And this is the biology lab. Okay. Okay, so here is the chemistry lab, and here's our teacher. And I'm going to follow him into the room here. And you can see from our periodic table. Yes. And here's our area for storage for our chemical lab and reagents. Very nice. And this is the physics lab. And this is the physics lab's storage place where they learn different experiments. Yes. Okay, so we go from the lab, different lab departments, across with Father Charles, an interesting little walkway or gully or something to get into where the other classrooms are and the dormitories here. And so this is a typical classroom. And how many students are here? How many altogether, Father Charles, in just this one class? About 50. And you may or may not know this, but what you don't see here is a teacher. So this is very much what the government has left the church to deal with. I stand corrected there. There is this teacher here. Okay. And so he's got 8 classes to teach. And so we go from that one classroom along this dirt path to another classroom, or maybe to where the children are living. They're living quarters. They're called dorms here for 926 boys. And here are kids coming from one classroom to another. And of course you can see that they all wear uniforms. Good morning. So Father Charles, in the background I don't see anything protecting the children here. So what's one of your biggest challenges?
One of our biggest challenges is security.
Security in what way?
The place is not fenced, the place is porous. So people come in and go in. The students leave at will. Visitors come visit them whenever they want. And this is not how the church trains their own students. The church ensures that there's security and that they give them the best. It avoids intrusion from outsiders.
Right, so you don't have a porter at night to watch the gate. You don't have a fence at all around this whole compound of acres and acres and acres and acres and acres of land. What would be your most immediate need then? Security? High priority? Or trying to hire maybe a porter or two? And where do the teachers live?
The teachers live in their different homes. They don't have staff quarters. We need staff quarters so as teachers can live here and monitor the students morning, afternoon, night. And ensure that they go to pray, they do what they're supposed to do, and the senior ones don't lord it over the junior ones.
So you don't have any adult supervision in the evening for the kids?
Not at all.
Not at all. Thank you, Father Charles. Now we're going to go in to see how the living quarters are, the dormitories. Okay, so here we are at the beginning of the dorms here, and I'll speak a little loud or turn off the volume because you see here, or hear here, the generator that generates electricity. And so here are some, I guess, boxes out of wood where the children would store their clothes and their personal belongings. This is one of 5 dorms. Don't forget, this is housing over 900 students. Father Charles has graciously opened up one of the dorms doors that are under lock and key. And so this will be a typical dorm where you'll have several bunk beds, I guess. One on top of the other, basically with maybe only 1 or 2 feet, not even 1 or 2 feet apart. So of course you'll have them with some sort of torn mosquito nets. And so this is a typical dorm where the children are housed while they're here studying. Next we'll see one of the cafeteria. Okay, and we're coming into another dorm. A little bit more daylight here so you can see a typical room or hall or room. So you heard behind me the generator, so you must have figured out there's no electricity. Okay, so what is this structure? This is a water tank. So there's no infrastructure, so there's no running water. There is what they call a burr hole where you can pump the water to do wash, whatever, and the young children can do their own wash here and hang them out to dry. Okay, so this is the cafeteria, and
Can we go and join the department?
this is not the cafeteria.
They're fixing the tables. This is where they eat.
Okay, so this is the cafeteria where they eat, and the students, this is a technical room. They do those carpentry, so they are fixing their own tables, their own dining room tables. So like, and so yeah, you want to eat here, you do your own table. Okay, so we're coming out a little bit of the cafeteria here while the students are still doing their table. And you might wonder, what is all this pile of wood? And what is that little enclosed concrete room there? And that's actually the furnace that they're feeding with this wood, this charcoal, to do the cooking for the children, for the cafeteria, for their meals. So now this is the room where the ladies will be preparing the meals for the children. Sorting out the beans and rice. Okay, these children in the drums, the band, are practicing for what's called National Children's Day, which is May the 27th each year. There's a huge band competition. So these children are practicing. Oh my goodness, how great. So amongst all their concerns and worries and woes, they still know how to enjoy themselves. They take this event very seriously. that we saw earlier. Very nice. Okay, so this is a room of chairs and desks that the students here themselves have built. So, Father Charles, are these used in this school here, or they go to other schools?
They are supplied to other schools.
They supply to other schools. What a wonderful way to get some money into this school by using hands-on, handmade, beautiful chairs. What beautiful work that the students have done. And this looks like ebony. This looks like mahogany?
Yeah, this is mahogany.
This is mahogany wood. Okay, wow. This is gorgeous. Great job, students. Okay, so this is the brick and the concrete department. They don't have really a school hall to take like a massive entry exam into a higher level. So this is an empty room that's just empty, where the students are taking one of many exams to get in to a different level. So I'll be quiet so that the students can concentrate on their exam. Again, brick and concrete room to learn masonry.
Used by the students for their practicals.
And I would say we have over 100 students right now taking some sort of exam test. This is their typical chair and desk that they sit and take their exams in. You may or may not see this, but they're doing their exams in pencil. One or two might have a pen. Okay, so here's the library. This is our librarian.
Yes.
Hello, welcome. Oh, beautiful books. A lot of books. But do you think this will fit all for 926 students? Possibly not. What is your name, my dear? Hello, Gina. Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
At Father Charles' office, and we're going to have a couple concluding remarks from Father. Father Charles, how many do you have on staff here for the school of 926 students?
We have 59 staff.
59 staff, all right.
59 staff from SEP,
Okay.
Senior Education Bureau staff. 20 tutorial, 39 non-tutorial.
Okay.
And then for Uber we have 12 staff, 5 non-tutorial,
All right.
5 tutorial and 7 non-tutorial. So in all we have 61 staff.
All right, all together.
Yeah.
I see. If you wanted to send a message out to the world about what you would like, what is your vision, what is your dream, what message would you like to share with us?
Okay, the only thing I know is that these students here have potentials, and when the potentials are harnessing them, they're going to do wonders, produce a lot of engineers, civil engineers, those who will help to improve on everything happening in society. We will have students who can be self-employed because they acquire skills here, not just knowledge, they also acquire skills. Whatever they do here, they do it theoretically and practically. What they read, they practice in their different departments. So if they are helped, if they are aided, I strongly believe that they will contribute immensely in the development of the society with the skills they acquire here.
Thank you, Father Charles, for sharing your time and talents and showing us your wonderful school. Have a blessed day.
Thank you.